Cosmic Vinyl, and I am your time-traveling host, Cosmic Brian. So glad to be here with y'all, man. Thanks for stepping into the cosmic realm for a weekend of bringing back to life these classic lost gems. That's the best thing about this whole thing with the vinyl community, man, is keeping the music alive, right? Am I right, vinyl community? Am I right? Jesus. All right, man, here's what we're listening to. I showed this in the garage rock tag. This is the Pebbles Volume 10. Love the cover there with the Go-Go Girl, hey? And of course, you got the pics of the bands and stuff and the blurbs and whatnot. But yeah, man, it seemed appropriate because this, my friends, is what we like to call here at Cosmic Vinyl a Fallout Finds video. And that is just me showing my most recent pickups, either from the bins or online or even gifted to me. And we're going to touch on all three in this video, so let's get it. Oh, Jesus. Let's get it on, man. All right, let's kind of start this thing off, man. Maybe loosen up, have a cold drink, huh? You guys down for that? I am. All right, here we go. Woohoo! Snap, crackle, and pop that tab, baby. Jesus. All right, man. This is to all my friends out there in the vinyl community. Here's to old friends, new friends, and all those who comment and hit the like button. As a matter of fact, if you dig what you're seeing here, man, do so. Hit subscribe. Hang out with us. Hit the notification bell so you know when me and my co-creator, the editor, the co-creator, the fish man, the perch, then you'll know when we put up a video. We work hard on these vids, man. Although it doesn't look like it, does it? Jesus. All right, let's hoist it up and toss it back. The old Cosmic Vinyl Credo, baby, of the big jug. Here we go.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Like it. Me like it. All right, let me get these mind shields off, get the regular specs on, and we will dive into this. There's a few records here, man. There's enough to fulfill a full Cosmic Vinyl video. Here we go.
What the hell took me running?
We're back. All right, check this little thing out, man. My little glasses holder. I love this little thing. I love weird shit like that. That's killer. All right, let's get into it. So, this Far Out Finds is going to have stuff that I, like I said, I picked up online. The last two records are by the same band. And I got to tell you, I am stuck on these two albums, man. I cannot stop listening to them. I love them, man. So stay tuned till the end so that you can check out what I'm talking about, all right? So let's do this. So the first thing is something that was gifted to me in the mail. And so I don't know if, I'm sure you're all familiar with Jeff Witcher, Vinyl Destination. Killer personality here in the vinyl community. There's a group that kind of all of those guys, a certain amazing faction of the vinyl community with Jeff Witcher, and then you've got Aaron Mutha Alamere, you've got JC at Flipside Vinyl Community, Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll, Chris Prophy. I'm sure you know all those channels, but man, if you haven't, definitely check them out. Those guys are like way above the Cosmic Vinyl. If you come to Cosmic Vinyl from those guys, you're slumming, bro. Jesus. But Jeff Witcher reached out to me after we did the vinyl tag. I had mentioned on the Smiths question that I didn't even own any Smiths records. And then I only really was familiar with, I was familiar with more songs, but the song I liked was How Soon Is Now. Great tune, by the way. So Witcher gets a hold of me, says he's sending me something, and I get this, the Smiths, Hateful of Hollow reissue here. Freaking these guys are going to convert me to be a Smiths fan. I actually really like this record. And I'll give you the track list there. There it is. And it's cool gatefold too. Look how young those guys were. Look at Morrissey. Look at Johnny Marr. Look how young they are. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm really starting to dig this. Like I said, you may have converted me, fellas. Who knows? I'm going to put that down, no, because it's a gatefold. It will not stay closed. So, but yeah, man, that's a pretty good way to start. But we're going to shift gears in a big hurry here, though. This is an album that me and the Perch have been talking about over the last few months, weeks, or whatever. And mostly talking about how great the smash hit off of this album was. And I finally found a copy, still in the shrink, cheap. You can get this for cheap. And this is Rufus, Rags to Rufus. That's a great cover. Look at that. It's like a denim shirt with like all this cool embroidery. The album name there. You got the band sticking out of the pocket. Some cool buttons. I love my buttons, baby. I love it. But yeah, very cool cover. I wish I had that. I'd wear those buttons and that shirt, actually. But yeah, man, released in 1974 on ABC Records. This son of a bitch went platinum, baby. We're going platinum. Jesus. Sold 500,000 copies here in the good old USA. I'm hoping this is still the good old USA. We might be taking a little hiatus for a few years, but man, we'll get into that a different time. But anyway, it sold over 1 million copies worldwide. This is fantastic. Features the incomparable Yvette Marie Stevens. You probably know her better as Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan. Jesus, you guys remember Chaka Khan, right? But yeah, man. Again, known for their smash hit single, Tell Me Something Good. Wow, wow, bow, 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 bow. Tell me that you like it, yeah. I freaking love that. It's so slamming.
You refuse to put anything before your pride. What I got will knock all your pride aside. Tell me something good.
Just a low-down, funky soul swagger, sexy, booty-shaking, rump-roasting goodness. What is wrong with me, Perch? But yeah, man, there's tons of cool guitar effects in here, including like a talk box. One of the earliest uses of a talk box on this album, you know, with the tube coming off the microphone and the guitar. What a weird concept, man. Whoever came up with that is genius. But yeah, this is like funk, R&B, soul. That hit song was written by Stevie Wonder, who gave it to Chaka Khan and Rufus. That song kind of reminds me, it's kind of right up there with like Donna Summer's, Ooh, love to love you, baby. Ooh, just kind of that like very sexy, driven song. Check this out. Here's a picture of the band. You'd be surprised. Most of these guys are all white soul brothers. And this guy right here, that's Al Siner, who he also played in the band The American Breed. Cool band as well. But yeah, this is just very cool. Definitely worth checking out if you like soul R&B. It's a classic. And then shifting gears in a major way is this record here that I picked up at the local record shop. And this is some 90s garage rock. This is the M80s, In a Fury.
And walk far away, because the girl is mine, the way it's gonna stay. Don't you wear it down, don't you mess around, 'cause I'm not talking soft. When I say hands off, hands off, hands off, yeah.
I love that like, kind of reminds me of like the Rat Fink kind of stuff with the hot rods. And he's carrying a tub of danger, toxic waste. I feel like maybe he dipped into a little bit of the toxic waste, as maniacal as he looks. Even the car, man, showing some punk garage attitude right there. Great cover. I love that stuff. This is just cool 90s garage rock. There's the track list. You get like 20 songs on this bad boy, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. Released in 1993 on Get Hip Records. Get Hip Records label is so cool. In fact, I believe this came with an insert with a bunch of other albums that you can pick up from the Get Hip, and a whole listing of albums there. Absolutely love it, man. This band is kind of, if you're looking for a similar kind of sound, you'd be talking about like the Cynics, and another garage revival band called the Chesterfield Kings. These guys kind of fall right into that realm. Probably like inspired by early or mid to late 60s stuff like the Pretty Things and bands from that era. But yeah, man, this is fantastic. Fast and furious garage punk. Really cool. Cool cover too, man. I love that stuff. Oh, listen to this. This is my favorite track off this. It's the Foggy Notions with their song called I Need a Little Lovin'. Just a great garage track, man. I love it. Oh, I forgot to show you, man. That M80s came on this beautiful, like, seafoam green marble vinyl there. God, that looks great with that great label. Fantastic. Now, this next album is one I'd been looking for a long time. I just didn't find it for what I wanted to pay for it, right? But I went to a St. Louis record show. It was last weekend? I believe it was last weekend, and I picked this up. And God, I was so stoked to get this. This is the coolest. This is The Weeds with Just Color. You've probably seen this released with it, instead of saying The Weeds there, it said the Lollipop Shop, which I'll explain that whole story. Great picture of the band there. But yeah, this was originally released I believe it was released in 1968. Probably best known for the killer garage track known as You Must Be a Witch, which is how I got introduced to this band. And it also features Fred Cole, the legendary guitar punk legend, who went on after this band to be in bands like the Rats and Dead Moon. God, he must have been super young during this time, because that stuff was released like in the 80s and 90s. But anyway, super cool record here. There's even some darker, like, this is definitely like a unique sounding garage psych compared to like their peers from that era. But I'm going to read you a little part about this on the back. The Weeds formed in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then they moved to San Francisco on a promise of a gig at the Fillmore, opening for the Yardbirds. But when the group arrived, they found no gig, no existing show, and no money. I mean, they were like depending on that money to eat and get back home, right? So they were very disappointed, broke, started driving to Canada to see if maybe they could find some gigs up there. The car ran out of gas in Portland, Oregon, where they again started asking people, where's a good place that they might be able to play a gig for some money? And somebody told them to check out the coffee house down the street called the Folk Singer. And at the club, they played a couple of their songs for the owner. His name was Whitey Davis. He signed them, became their manager, and got them gigs all up and down the West Coast. And they opened for the likes of Janis Joplin, Buffalo Springfield, Jefferson Airplane, Electric Flag. How cool. I mean, that's so awesome. But then once they were in LA, they decided to get another manager that was like a little more connected, or they hired the Lord Tim, who was a top DJ at KFWB Radio, and who claims to be the guy that invented the word flower power. He signed them to a deal with Uni Records. Only thing is, they didn't get any publishing royalties. They didn't get jack shit. They got completely ripped off. And then when they recorded the album, and this Lord Tim and all of his lordship released it under the name Lollipop Shop instead of the Weeds, because he was already representing another band called the Seeds. You may have heard of them. And he didn't want there to be any like confusion. But the thing is, the band was pissed they didn't give him permission to do this. And so, yeah, they eventually fired him, and the band was basically history after that. But yeah, man, very cool record. There's the track list. Love this album. Like I said, kind of dark, definitely a unique sound. Now, this next record, I was so... Oh, wait, I forgot to show you this. God, I can't believe I almost forgot to show you these. It also came with that Weeds album came with these 2 7-inchers. Both of them have like a 4-song EP. I just thought that was so great, man. And there's another one here, the Weeds. 4 more tracks there. I love that, man. I don't have a lot of 7 inches, and man, I love those. They sound great. Now, this next one. So ever since the garage tag, I've been listening to a lot of garage rock music, and I came across a track on what was I listening to? Spotify in my car, and I wanted to find out who it was, and it was these guys. And then when I seen the album cover, I was like drawn in. I had to have it. And so introducing from Long Beach, California, the bleach blonde garage rockers known only as the Emperors. Look at that cover. I love that, man. All with their Beatles haircuts and friggin' bleached blonde hair. The album is called I Want My Woman. This is a collection of singles that they came out with in like the mid 60s to late 60s. And this release here is on the Sunday's Beat Rocket label. And so I went to the Sunday's website, and they're having this great winter sale where you can get some cool garage rock and psych albums for like $21 each. And so I picked this one up. I love it, man. Look at those guys. Platinum blonde, baby. These guys like played in the Long Beach area, played all these like teen canteens to packed crowds. Even the high schools like in the area. You ever remember in school and you used to get the morning announcements? I don't know if they still do that. But they would also announce that when these guys played a show in the area, and then the kids would go wild and they'd show up for the show. They were super popular. It's kind of like, it's garage punk, it's garage surf, and I'll give you a sample of the title track, I Want My Woman. It is fantastic. Love this, man. And not only that, they're bleach blonde band, but they also released this album on bleached blonde vinyl. Jesus, that's white vinyl. I love white vinyl, man. I don't know why. It's just so cool. But yeah, to match their hair, right? Jesus. Okay, so these next two albums I'm going to show are by the same band, so I'm going to show them together. Yeah, real nice pair here. You guys want to see a nice pair? Come on, keep it clean, Jesus. But this is a group that I've passed by so many times. I just didn't think I'd like them, man. And I've seen other people show them. I seen Vinyl Richie show one of these albums not too long ago. And I gotta tell you, I have not been able to stop listening to both of these records, man. I get a little tuned up, put my earbuds in and start listening to them at night. And I am absolutely hooked on these records. And it's kind of, I'll show you the albums and then I'll explain. But these are the two albums that were released by a band called the Racket Squad, right? This is their first album, released in 1968, self-titled.
Someone's got to win. Someone's got.
And then the second album is released in 1969 called Corners of Your Mind. Both on the Jubilee Records label. I didn't think I'd like this stuff, but it's blue-eyed soul and pop, but it's dressed in like a robe of psychedelia, right? In fact, some of it's really poppy and almost on the verge of bubblegumish. I'm not saying the whole albums are like that, but there are a couple songs that are a bit bubblegumish, which that's never been a deal breaker for old Cosmic Brian. I love that shit. But man, it's, so you've got all these pop hooks, right? But then you've got a backdrop of like dreamy, trippy kind of psychedelia that I just can't explain it. I am absolutely smitten with these records. The vocals are so awesome, smooth and just riddled with emotion. The music, like I said, is dreamy and trippy and just so rich and infectious. Very soulful. I just love it. Like I said, also somewhat in the bubblegum realm. Groovy organ, floaty, spacey guitars. Like I said, these two records have grabbed me where it counts, above the waist, not below, up here and in here, right? And I just cannot stop listening to these records. I love them. So you've got this first album, they're self-titled there, where they're all sitting there fiddling around with some dynamite. Jesus. And then they're apparently got blown out of their boots. Boom! Jesus. This is freaking awesome. There's the track list. Songs on this that I dig, and I'll give you guys a portion of a track here. But I love The Loser, Let's Dance to the Beat of My Heart, Hung Up. They do a cover of Ode to Billy Joe. They cover Let It All Hang Out by the Hombres. I love this record, man. This is so cool. And then, of course, the second album here, The Corners of My Mind. Now, these covers are kind of beat up. They were, as you can see, they were belonged to like a record or a radio station, and that shit is hard to get off. That masking tape, I don't know. I might have to just leave it. But as beat up as the covers are, the record and size are minty fresh. There's a picture. Look at that guy's handlebar mustache right there, man. He's right out of the old West. Jesus. And there's a little bit cooler picture on the back there. I love it. But yeah, this has Sweet Little Smoke is a great song. Corners of Your Mind is cool. They do this brilliant cover of Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. Yes, I love this. Love both of these albums. I just cannot stop listening to them. But yeah, that's it, man. That's our Far Out Finds. I hope you guys dug this, man. Again, if you did, subscribe, hit the like button. I want to tell you guys, man, keep supporting each other. Keep lifting each other up, man. Keep encouraging each other. I know we're already going through some hard times right now, man. We are in for some shit. I don't usually like to talk politics, but this is some serious shit. And I'm telling you guys, stay strong. Do not disengage. Stay informed. Do not be misinformed. Don't believe everything you hear and read. We have to stand up. And this son of a bitch that's leading our country right now, he will overplay his hand at some point. He will overstep his authority. And that's when we the people of this country will stand strong and we will resist. I'm so sorry. I don't like to bring politics into this shit. But I'm telling you, we cannot ignore what's going on here if we still want our freedoms, man. So anyway, on that note, Jesus, I love you guys, man. Stay cool, stay cosmic. Peace. I'll catch you guys on the next video.